pledged to work with Democrats following the dramatic shift in power following the midterm elections. But one man has the potential to turn the pledges of bipartisanship into a nasty political battle: the U.S. ambassador to the UN, John Bolton. Joining us now from New York is MSNBC analyst Raghida Dergham, also the senior diplomatic correspondent for Al Hayat newspaper. Good morning to you. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Alex.
You know, you have been watching the UN and covering it for so long. I'm curious about your observations about John Bolton and the job you think that he's been doing. Give me an objective opinion on that.
Well, he came in with a lot of baggage. He's a very controversial man, but I tell you, he surprised many of us, at least for us in the media. He's been rather effective. He's been a communicator. We know that some people on the 38th floor, where Kofi Annan, the Secretary General, is, of course, we know some people don't like him there. We know some Europeans don't like him, but also there's going to be a new era in the United Nations. Remember, Ban Ki-moon is coming in as the new Secretary General. So I think he got it. He got the messages right, and he got the political dimension of the issues correctly, but I think he remains controversial, as would be every and any person who occupies the position of the ambassador of the United States to the United Nations.
So with this time of change, do you think it's time for a change with John Bolton? Do you think it would be effective to put somebody new in there, or will that only create a backlog and make it time to get someone else up to speed at this very critical time at the UN?
Actually, I think, personally, I think it would be very good if he stays, because, as I said, he's really got a good hold on the issues that matter. Take a look at the issue of North Korea. He's done rather well on that issue. Iran is quite controversial, and it's very important to have John Bolton in place, because the Iranians feel rather emboldened by the new changes that have been brought about by the elections. And I think we need somebody like John Bolton to say to the Iranians that it doesn't mean that you get away with everything. Lebanon, watch Lebanon very well, Alex. It's a scary place, and the Iranians are having their own agenda there. Again, Bolton understands the issue of Lebanon, the need for an international tribunal to try those responsible for the assassinations. He knows that the need to hold firm on these positions in order not to sort of reward Iran once by invading Iraq, and another time by pulling out of Iraq, saying we need it.
Well, with regard to John Bolton, though, Republican Senator Lincoln Chafee says he's going to vote against Bolton in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. His vote is needed to send Bolton's nomination to the full Senate. And then Democratic Senator Joseph Biden says Bolton's nomination is going nowhere. So does this mean the odds for Bolton are pretty slim? You think he's on his way out?
Well, it depends on the decision taken by the president. I believe, at least Bolton's people are telling me, that the president is absolutely firm for the moment in backing Bolton, and they have a way to keep Bolton in place. I understand that they have a certain formula, whereas he can stay as the ambassador to the United Nations, give him another title, if you will, if there is a filibuster and they cannot really get the vote or get the Senate to vote. So I think it depends what the president himself wants to do, and we have to wait and see. The president has not really given up the makings of the foreign policy, and I think he thinks of John Bolton as an important aid in making sure that his policies are out there.
All right, well, Raghida Dergham, we're going to be speaking with you in our 11 o'clock hour, so just grab a cup of coffee and we'll be talking again soon.
I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Meet the press moderator.